So the question is humanity as a whole getting worse with every passing day? And, when we look at what's going on around us, any given time, but even right now as we record this, there's so many natural calamities. There's so many man-made calamities. There's wars going on. It's definitely concerning. It definitely looks like there's plenty of good reasons to feel that way. Just look at the increase in temperature on the planet with every passing year, new records being broken in terms of all kinds of things, hurricanes, and so on. It sure seems that way. And however, what I would like to suggest is, in fact, things are going in the other direction. Things are actually getting better at a deeper level. And this is maybe very counterintuitive. If you at a quick glance at the newspapers, of course, you wouldn't come to this conclusion. But what's happening is that if you look at over the centuries, the amount of connectivity that we have has been increasing dramatically. So if you look at just within a family, within a community, within a country, across countries, we are so well connected. Thanks to technology, thanks to satellites, thanks to so many things, that if you notice, the question of distance has collapsed. Previously, another continent felt like, it's like another planet. But now, the next continent, it's like it's like my backyard. Everything is in my backyard, So this connectivity means that we're in touch with a lot of things going on. And our awareness has increased hundreds of folds. So this rise in awareness is very positive. Because at first it'll look like we become aware of every little thing that's going wrong. And it just feels like, oh man, previously I just knew 10 things that were going wrong. Now I know 100 things. But in fact, this awareness and connectivity make it feel that way. That's one thing. But also our ability to affect each other positively has dramatically risen. So our access to information that can help us change our situation and help us grow and evolve has dramatically risen. So more and more people on the planet have chosen to empower themselves. This is huge in my mind. And we won't see these people on the headlines of the newspaper. These are people all over the planet who have decided that I'm not just going to sit around. I'm going to actually actively engage within and without. And in their own ways, they're silently shifting their own consciousness. So what's happening is the entire planet is dramatically increasing awareness and consciousness at deeper and deeper levels. When that happens, if you think about what happens to all the stuff that we haven't previously dealt with, all the unconscious material, individual and collective, all that needs to be processed. It doesn't just disappear. So that is pushed to the surface. And when it's pushed to the surface, it looks very turbulent. So the waves look very choppy. If you were looking at the surface of the ocean, it looks very choppy. And that's exactly what's going on the planet. It's very choppy right now. Why? Because we are, for a change, finally looking at things which we haven't looked at for centuries, and we're starting to become aware of them, and through awareness, we're transforming them. So this is partly due to the enormous influx of light on the planet. And this light I'm talking about is obviously not the ordinary physical light, but I'm talking about subtle light, transcendental light, higher vibrational light that physics has not quite caught up with this light that I'm talking about. But this light is very gently but very powerfully uplifting the entire planet and every being on the planet. And so this is, I think, just incredibly good news, because finally we are cleaning up our act, as individuals and as a whole, as humanity. So in fact, I see us making tremendous leaps in consciousness in the coming centuries because of what's playing out now. So it's very important that we don't get caught up in the superficial events, but in fact, we look past the superficial events and we actually really rest and abide and get our guidance from something deeper and more fundamental. And that's going to stabilize the boat of our individual consciousness, because the waters are choppy. You can feel like I don't know if I can deal with this, if I can handle this, where you can stabilize by internally connecting with light and start getting your inspiration, guidance, and power from that place inside you. And then you engage with the outside world, and whatever feels right in terms of whether it's ecology where you want to step in, whether it's world politics you want to take an active role in, whatever arena you choose is perfectly fine. You can engage with the world, but very much connected with something much deeper. So I feel like the world is actually speeding towards a fantastic place. So I can't wait to see how the coming years will show us that in bigger ways. When you choose light, life becomes increasingly joyful, purposeful, and inspired. I invite you to join me to explore the realms of light, the infinite possibilities that light offers.